Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins love to be spoiled. So don't forget to spoil Mum this Mother's Day with the huge range of big brand fragrances at the lowest prices at Chemist Warehouse. Shop in-store or online now. It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
Yeah, good morning. Now, look, I'll just come straight out with it. Promised you yesterday, if you were listening in the afternoon throughout Carrie and Tommy and into the happy hour as well, you would have said, you would have heard that Kymba's back today. I can tell you, she's in the studio with me right now, sitting on the other side of the desk, looking at me. I'm not going to turn your microphone on yet. I'm not going to do it. Just make him wait. Shh. It's called craft. This is the craft of radio, right? You've waited this long. When we come back, right, you're going to hear from Kymba. We're going to hear all of the things, all of the questions that you probably have had, all the questions we've received on texts and emails, and where is she, what's she been doing, all that sort of stuff. It's coming up next.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
Gee whiz, I don't even know. I don't even know how to say it or what to preface it with, and frankly, I don't even care. So I'm just going to say, hi. Hello, my friend.
Hi.
Hello, my beloved friend.
How are you?
My God, how I've missed you. And, Jesus Christ, Kymba, you are back.
Oh, man, I missed you too. I missed all of you. Yes, I know, I have been away for a while, but I am back. I want to thank everyone, firstly, too, for their patience while I've been away, both the team here and how hard you guys have worked, and also our amazing listeners. And I know many of you were quite concerned about me and you tried to reach out, and I'm really grateful for your support.
This is amazing because we've been inundated.
Yeah.
People have hand over fist been, where's Kymba? And God, so badly we've wanted to be able to answer, with so much more to the story, but it's your story to tell.
Well, I thank you all for that, because the team, I know that wouldn't have been easy, but you guys did an amazing job of protecting my privacy too. That I know a lot of people might go, oh, we deserve to know where Kymba is. And I understand why it might feel like that. But we all have private lives too. But I really respect and appreciate that you guys looked after me and protected me.
And I think people listening to this right now, because it might feel like at this particular point it's just sort of come out of nowhere. Oh, geez, all of a sudden Kymba's back. Like there hasn't been a week's worth of promos and all that sort of stuff. It's like, no, well, there's a lot we've known going on behind the scenes that they haven't. But finally we have the chance to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just be upfront about it. I mean, the truth is that I needed a break. I won't go into the specifics, but it was largely triggered by some really hurtful, nasty things that were said online about me, towards me. I was harassed and bullied, and it took a huge toll on me. I had to shut down all of my socials because I needed time to recover, and I had to find some headspace so that I could reset and return to this show. And I mean, our jobs, they're so important to us. And every day, Pete, you and I are trying to make everyone's day better. We're trying to bring you silliness. We're trying to have a laugh. We're, even the things that we talk about that we know matter. And honestly, I just couldn't do it under the mental stress that I was suffering.
Yeah, and I think that point's really important, because we have for so long, you and I talked about how important it is for us to be authentic on this show and ourselves.
Yep.
And you can't come in and fake it.
No.
You can't.
I couldn't. I just wasn't in a space. I just couldn't have done it. It's not how we roll, but I just wasn't okay. I really wasn't. And, it's really, I think it was so disappointing as well, because we've done so many segments about bullying on this show, talking about how we need to be better influencers for our kids and how harassment is never okay. And it's clearly just not getting through to some people. Some people were just so nasty.
And I saw a level of nastiness. I mean, we've read plenty of things online. People, oh God, I've heard that many times of people going, oh, geez, I wish Pete lost his job. It's like, it's all right, mate. It's no big deal. I've got a wife and kids and a mortgage to pay, right? Any of that sort of stuff. But one of the things that got me in particular, and because you're so vocal about women and about empowering women, that some of the things that I was saying that was so nasty were from women, and that must have hurt. Oh, I can't imagine how much that would have hurt.
It hurt. Honestly, I was really hurt. I have always used this platform to empower women and give them a voice, and it felt like it was such a personal attack. And I can't control other people's actions, right? But all I can do is encourage people to be kind. And it was really awful, but I also want you to know that I am okay. Like, I took the time that I needed. I got support from professionals. I am stronger, clearer, and more grateful than ever. So, you know, I still need to protect myself. So I'm going to be missing from the show text line and our social pages for a while. Does that mean
I'm going to have to get back to people, or what? Because usually it's just Kymba. Even people who, I'm so sorry, people who are going, hey, Pete, about this. And I'm like, sorry.
I know. And look, you can message the team and they will still send things to me. But like right now, I just still need to take some space from that. But I thank you again to anyone who tried to reach out, those who were thinking of me, that you were worried about me. I'm sorry if that caused you stress. I missed you too. And I am happy to be back, and I am looking forward to just getting on with the show and having some fun in here again.
And we certainly are too. No one more so, I think, than me.
I missed you, Boo.
I missed you too. You know, we have a relationship that in 20 years of doing radio, I could only have ever dreamed of. And you know, it's been nice sharing the microphone with some other people who filled the chair the last couple of months.
Yeah, thank you so much to them as well.
Thanks to them. But I mean this from the bottom of my heart, mate, that I love you so much, and I'm so happy to see you back. But not just to see you back for our own selfish reason of having you back, but to see you back having been able to go away and heal yourself.
Yep.
And come back great. So we get the Kymba that we love.
Thank you, darling.
Yeah.
I really, you know, I love you too. I'm so happy to be back, and I'm just, you know, let's just get on with it and have a great time.
Let's do that indeed. Now, and these conversations, you know, they can bring up troubling things for people that are listening. You know, if anyone is struggling, you should contact Lifeline 13 11 14 or Beyond Blue on 1300 224 636, and make sure you reach out to talk and get support from your mates.
Like, you need it, honestly. Like, it's just so important. Be honest about your mental health and what's going on, and talk to people who can help you, because it can turn it around.
Yeah.
And it's necessary.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins. Pop quiz.
Kymba's back.
It has been so long since I played pop quiz.
Is that euphoric? How does that feel for you?
This has
cathartic?
been one of my favourite segments of the show for a very long time.
It's good, isn't it?
It's pretty
a lot
loose.
of fun. Hey, Nally News.
Good morning.
Good morning, mate.
Nelly News.
Hey, go on,
How are
Nelly.
you?
Kymba,
Hey.
I have missed you so much.
Oh, thanks, Janelle. That's so kind. I'm happy to be back. I'm really happy to be back.
I reckon everybody in Perth is going to be happy to have you back today, darling.
Oh, Janelle, that's so sweet.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Thank
Janelle,
you.
please do
I'm
go
sorry,
on.
I didn't mean to get emotional, but you've got such a positive impact on everybody in the morning. I set my alarm this morning so I could hear you first thing, because I've missed you so much.
Oh, Janelle, thank you. I really, really appreciate that. That is so special. I really thank you. That's really great to hear.
This is beautiful.
Yeah.
I've had a tough time, and I'm
hear
really
why
happy
you-
I'm here, and I'm
Yeah.
thankful for all of you who tried to reach out.
I'm so sad that people were just mean. Like, I just wish people weren't mean.
Yeah.
It's a horrific part of the life we have to endure, isn't it? That there's
Horrible.
bullies out there, and you know, some of them are the people that you're fighting for and all that sort of stuff.
Well,
Janelle, and
I didn't
it's
mean to
sad,
get
but
so emotional.
it's okay.
No,
Would you, if I took a few
Good
weeks off and
morning.
came back, would you be like this, Janelle?
100%, Pete. 100%. Absolutely. But please don't go. Please don't go.
Okay, no worries.
Nelly News, thank you so much. Well, thank you for waking up especially. As a result, we would love to play pop quiz with you and give you
I
a
would love to play
prize.
too. Yay.
Yes, good. You are taking on Kymba today.
Oh, great.
Awesome.
We've got Nally News in there, right? So that's your name. Your name's your buzzers. Let's go. Question number 1. In which US state can you mail a coconut without any packaging?
You know what's stupid is that I actually feel like I saw this somewhere recently.
Oh, hit me with it. What do you think?
In which state? A US state?
In which US state can you...
Florida.
It's not Florida, no.
Florida a state?
It's maybe? I don't know, actually.
I'm so geographically challenged, I've got no idea.
Oh, me too.
But you'll kick yourself when you get this one because you'll probably be thinking to yourself, oh, is that a US state? It's Hawaii.
Oh, of course.
There you go.
Makes
Right.
sense.
I mean,
Great.
have they got a reason to post it? Don't they just have coconuts all over the shop?
All over the place. Yeah. All over the place. Question number 2. Which fruit contains an enzyme that can actually eat you back?
Great question.
What a fantastic
Nelly
question.
Noo.
Yes, Nelly. Go on.
Tomato?
No, it is not a tomato. Good for the heart, the tomatoes. That's
that
why
was
when
a
you
good
cut them
guess.
open, they look like the chambers of a heart.
Kymba.
Yes.
I don't know. Let's go with banana.
No, it's not a banana.
I don't know.
It's a pineapple.
Oh.
Yeah, it's got an enzyme in it that can actually eat you back.
Is that why it's good for you when you have a sore throat?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. It's a good question. Question number 3, true or false? In Thailand, it is illegal to step on money. I love that.
Nelly
I love
Noose.
that. Yes, Nelly.
False.
No, that's incorrect. That is true. It is actually illegal to step on money. It has the king's image, and disrespecting the monarchy is a serious offence.
We're smashing this, Janelle. Do you want to take the day off together?
Unbelievable. I really just rang to talk to you anyway, Kimba, so, you know.
Bless your cotton socks.
Forget the rest of it. You guys just have your chat. Question number 4. Which pet is illegal to own just one of in Switzerland as it's considered animal cruelty just to own one of them?
Nelly News.
Yes, Nelly knows.
An alpaca?
No, it's not an alpaca.
Oh.
Sounds like something a
This is
chicken
what
would
kind
say.
of animals they'd have going on there.
They're so,
like
they're so cute. They're
Friends.
so cute and they love having friends.
Penguins?
It's not penguins. It's not a penguin. It's a guinea pig.
A guinea pig?
Yeah, you can't own just one because they're social animals and they get so lonely that you have to have at least 2.
Oh.
You have to have at least 2. All
look
right,
out, Noah.
can one of you at least get one here? Okay.
Have we got any points so far?
No, you don't. None of you. Question
I love
number
this.
5.
We're going out together.
Question number 5. All right. In Australia, you are required to smile on your passport photos. Question number 5.
Nelly News.
Yes. Nelly News just in there.
No.
That is correct.
I
Finally.
have a passport.
But in Belgium, you are. They do this to promote a friendlier image. In Belgium, you're required by law to smile in your passport photos. Okay, well, Janelle, you get the prize. Anything else you'd like to just catch up on, you two?
Oh, no, but Janelle...
How's McGrath? Is he cute?
Oh, he's so
cute.
good. Thank you. He went and had a groom yesterday. He's got quite
good.
a cute little do going on.
Yeah, that's
They
nice.
send him home with one of those sweet little ties.
Do they?
You know, they put like one of those cute little business ties on him.
Oh, yes, super cute.
Oh, those
Yeah.
little having a little menti hanging from his neck or something like
Yesterday's
that.
was a bit Hugh Hefner. It was this kind of like burgundy colour with some special dots
that right?
on it. It was quite special, yeah. Yeah.
Made of rich
Pretty frizzy.
jarrah.
Yeah.
Janelle, have a lovely day.
You too, guys.
Thanks for joining us, Janelle. Thanks so much.
Love you, Kimba.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
On Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins, it's yay or nay.
Hello, producer Rami.
Good morning, my love. Are you ready to try to be cancelled again?
Yeah, try and get rid of me.
miss
Go
this?
on. I mean,
Okay, I've got 3 topics,
What's
3
another day?
seconds on each. Right, yay, nay. First one, teens should have curfews.
3, 2, 1.
yay.
Nay.
I like that one, Kymba.
Yay.
Nay. I don't know.
What, you want them to run amok all the time?
Well,
after hours?
No, it's just when you say teens should have curfews.
Yeah.
I immediately jump to like really bad teens who are out there burning the place down, right? I'm like, okay, give them curfews. But then now that I really think about it, I will be saying to my kids, hey, when they get their licenses and head out, I'll be like, you need to be back by 8.
That's
Also,
a curfew.
8,
Yeah, why?
and they've got licenses.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I
I'm
was
not
about
saying
to
it'd be
say
hard.
teenagers are it's a
10?
big, broad brush, right? Like 13-year-olds, you've got no reason to be out
Yeah.
at midnight on a Wednesday, right?
That's
That's right.
But I was going to say, once they got a license, 8.
Was you 10?
8.
I'm
not even finished through dinner by 8.
Well, look, in all honesty, I've only just started thinking about it now that he said that. So,
Yeah.
like,
It's one to think about.
it's 8 o'clock. You're right. That's kind of stupid, isn't it?
When you see a headline with the words teens,
God, it's
and
good to have you back.
when you see a headline that says teens and stampede, it makes my blood just kind of run cold.
It's stampede.
Yeah, apparently dozens of teens caused a stampede
Yeah.
at the Sunset Markets in Perth's Scarborough Beach.
Get out. Are you serious? A
Yes, last
stampede
night.
for what?
Just they were just running amok. That was literally all they were doing. They were just running around.
It was Tuesday. I thought the Sunset Markets was on a Thursday.
There's just great demand
I
for
don't know.
some candles and dream catchers.
Yeah, that's about.
I don't
all
know
they
what
sell.
is at the markets. I haven't been there.
No, but everyone's really annoyed by it because they're not there for the markets. They're there just to run amok. And
Yeah,
that was
right.
the whole point of it.
Yeah.
So just lock them up, I reckon, from 6 p.m. Not
They've
8
been
p.m.
at the lolly bus. That's the problem.
God. Second one, watching movies with subtitles, even if it's in your own language.
3, 2, 1.
Yay.
Yay,
Yes.
yay, and I.
When are they going to get these sound bars right?
Yeah.
Like they mix the sound on all of these shows and movies as if you're watching it in some sort of cinema complex.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah,
try
you're
to
right.
watch it at home, it sounds absolutely rubbish.
Yeah.
And I can't work out whether or not it's because I need better sound quality and I'm only watching it through the TV. But I'm exactly the same as you. But I don't know if we've trained our brains now to read the words
Yes.
instead of listening to the sound like we used to, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
I'm not subtitling everything, but
no.
I mean, I often find that their voices aren't clear enough.
Right.
Well, I'm more of the fact that I can't understand what they're saying, even if it's in pure English, unless I have the subtitles.
Is that right?
It's
I've
my brain's
often
been
felt
rewired.
that you don't understand us.
Yeah.
I don't understand you. I need subtitles right now. Just listening to you guys. And final one, judging someone based on their coffee order.
3, 2, 1.
Yay.
Yay. It's a massive yay. People who come in here asking for dirty water, right? Instead of we've got a bloody coffee machine. We've got a
Yeah.
coffee machine with nice beans and nice coffee.
Oh, so
and you
you're-
want that?
Oh, you're thinking more like judging people when they're like happy to go, I'll drink international roast.
Yeah, what are you
I was
doing?
thinking more the people who go, I'll have a macchiato with a
Yes.
caramel whip with soy milk and a dash of, I was thinking more of that.
They can go in the bin.
I'm
those
more of an
ones.
almond milk guy than soy milk.
God. Well, I found an article which kind of summarised everyone's like what it says about you based on your coffee order.
Really?
So those who order long blacks, they're driven drinkers and love their Excel documents.
Oh, okay.
If you're a latte drinker, nothing's more important to you than your morning routine. That's lovely. If you're an iced coffee drinker, you play by your own rules and can't stand it when people tell you what to do.
I know a
Who
few
knew?
iced coffee drinkers.
Yeah. If you're an espresso drinker,
Yes, that's me.
that's you. You're the honest friend, but you're also a bit polarizing.
Oh,
I don't agree with that
I
one.
don't find you
No,
polarised.
because
I
I
don't find me
find you
polarising
like
either.
a walking red flag. Anyone who
what?
drinks,
What? What are you talking about?
anyone drinks an espresso, it's just like have a bit of life, have a bit of zest in your life.
Speaking of which, can I have a double? You haven't made us a coffee
God.
yet.
We've been
And if
on
you-
air for at least 40 minutes, 42 minutes.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
I thought, in honour of you being back,
Yeah.
I'd bring a fun story.
Fabulous.
Right,
I'm all about it.
Because we're back together again.
Yeah.
And a little ears warning: this one might not be for the kids.
Oh, great. Hang on, wait. Were you pulling this stuff on all the gorgeous women that were coming in and filling in for me, or were you just keeping it really PG?
Oh no, I've kept it pretty PG.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, until you got
Or maybe
back.
even G.
I've got just G. I've got a list of things that I've just been wanting to get off my chest.
Am I more liberal thinking?
A little bit, yeah.
Let's go.
But it's good that you mentioned pulling because
Jesus.
residents of a Seattle. Just okay, here we go. Right, residents of a Seattle neighbourhood are pushing, not pulling, for the city to do something to stop this alleged criminal act that's been going on for far too long, which includes rampant public playing with oneself. That's a good way of putting it, isn't it? Is that a good way of putting it? 'Cause
It's too late now. We're on air.
Rampant public playing with oneself.
Self-pleasure.
Self-pleasure, right? There's a spokesperson. It's Denny Blaine Park, all right, in
Right.
case you want to go there for a look.
Oh, I just got back from there and I didn't...
Did you really? Was it fun? It's bad activity. This is a woman by the name of Lee Keller. She's a spokesperson with Denny Blaine Park for All, which is a Facebook group, right?
But what are you saying? That they're trying to, like, how big a problem is this?
Oh, have a listen to this, right? She says it's illegal, it's illicit, it's the M word multiple times a day by men sitting on the wall, sitting at the park, in view of the homes and view of everything, and it's non-ending and it's really troubling.
Why? What is so
I don't know.
sexy about this park?
I don't know, but I've had a good look at the park. It overlooks the water, right? So it's just like there's some beautiful scenery there.
Yeah, but like,
The
we've got
trees
lots
are
of
nice.
lovely parks. No one's doing that.
I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, not enough that. What are they trying to do? Like shut the park down? Or
No, they don't want to shut the park down. They want to stop people doing that
It
self-pleasure.
must be happening a lot.
A lot, right? And I would love to know where it's happening here in WA a lot as well. Yes.
You know, you say that, but I think, I know that there's all these rumours that go round that everyone's like, here's a special spot where people go and do some things.
Do it like sexy things?
Well, apparently. But have you ever known a story or ever seen anything yourself where that happens? I don't know that it happens.
Oh, it happens.
Does it?
Yes.
Really?
Oh, it absolutely happens. You've never tossed a salad at Tomato Lake?
How dare you, Pete? My grandmother's ashes are at Tomato Lake.
Is that right?
Yes.
Well, can you apologise to her for me?
My God,
Please tell her I said sorry.
Dude,
She's seen some things.
I don't. Look, maybe there's a story or two out there.
Yeah. I tell you what. All right. Prove me right. Sexy things happen at parks around WA. Either you're getting involved or you've seen them.
All right.
Or you can prove Kymba right and just tell us that they're not. Maybe there's other things that are
Well,
happening.
now that you say it
you've
like
seen.
that, my version doesn't sound very interesting,
Boring,
does
isn't
it?
it?
I mean, if
It's-
we get phone calls for that, we're not even going to talk about it,
There
are
is
we?
absolutely sexy things going on at
don't get me
parks.
wrong. I'm up for a story. If you've seen something in a park or you've been a part of something, I'm ready.
Oh, bonus points!
I'm here to hear about it.
bonus points if you're a part of something.
I don't find parks that sexy. If I'm honest, when I get around the park, I think, I see kids in prams.
Mm-hmm.
I see people walking dogs.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, that's a nice lake. Check out that duck.
Yeah.
I'm not really feeling amorous about it.
Yeah, look at that duck.
That's a mallard if ever I've seen one. I just
Get a load of the beak on that.
But you seem to think that here in WA we would have
There's got to be some
a lot
sexy
of
stuff.
stories
There
of
would
people
be.
singing or experiencing
Sexy
sexy
things.
And 13 10 60 if you can prove Pete right.
Hello, Christian.
G'day.
Hey mate.
All right, talk to us.
Yeah, well,
Are you proving
all
me right? Is this a story about something that's happened where it proves me right?
it was about sharing DNA at the DNA tower at Kings Park.
Oh man.
But it got a little bit awkward when security came along and said that we had to move our car.
Is that right? You had
know,
to move
Yes.
your car.
The thing with that, Christian, is that didn't you see them coming? It's a lot of stairs.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
Dear Pete.
Yeah, that's right.
Have you been doing Dear Pete while I've been away? Were you just taking the letters that people write me and changing it to Dear Pete?
I mean, that's not what I told him at the time.
Or were people actually writing to you?
No, they were writing to you. I was just stealing them. Everything said, Dear Kymba. I've been lying this entire time.
Did you solve a lot of problems?
I solved so many problems. You know what? Can I just say? Actually, I'm going to hit this first. Hang on.
Dear Kymba.
I'm glad to hand this back over to you because I'm exhausted.
Did you find it a lot of pressure?
Oh, the amount of problems that people have and that I had to solve, and while you've been away, I'm like, God.
You know what though?
jeez.
Most problems come down to communication.
Right, that's true. That's the
That's
amount
all
of
it
time.
is.
Actually, it's funny that you say that because a lot of them that we spoke about while you were away ended in you need to communicate more. Just talk to each other more, please.
Oh well, I've actually got one that was for me today, so I'm going to go with that.
Okay, rare
Okay, ready?
as it may be. Yeah, go on.
This is an interesting one, actually. I'm keen to get people's views on this one. Dear Kymba, I recently found out my 11-year-old daughter stole money from my purse.
Oh, no.
I'm
Okay.
disappointed in her and I think she needs to be punished. So I grounded her and I'm making her do extra chores to make up for the money she took. She's angry at me for this and she's started misbehaving in reaction. My husband thinks I've handled this badly and says she didn't need to be disciplined because she only stole $10. For me, it's not the value of the money, but the value of honesty and consequences to her actions. I get that it's only $10, but have I gone about this the wrong way? Fiona. Thanks, Fiona.
Hi, Fiona.
This is
look-
tough. Did you steal from your parents when you were younger?
I did,
Me too.
not just from my parents. I remember there's a place out here in Fremantle in WA called the Wool Stores, and I stole a packet of basketball cards from there. Like when you're young, you do stupid things.
I bet your parents marched you back down there.
Yep, and I had to do a week's worth of work for Max. I remember Max, he put me to work for a week to pay those off, and then some. And
That's how we solved problems then.
Yeah.
Our generation was like our parents. We had to deal with the consequences of parents taking you anywhere and facing up to your problem and making you fix it.
Yep.
I get it. $10, it doesn't seem like much, but there is so much in the value of teaching kids that they shouldn't do that.
Without a doubt there is.
Like,
and you
I
have
know,
to teach that.
I took loose change from my dad's dresser and we went and bought lollies with it. Me and my siblings were the accomplices.
Yeah.
We went and did it. I know. But I think it's I don't think that's unreasonable to tell her that she's grounded and she's got chores that she has to do. I think it's like they've obviously had to have a conversation about it and say this is the reason why you don't steal and this is why it matters.
I think more's the point here, that there clearly needs to be a conversation between her and her husband over what they value in that particular situation. Because this sounds to me like it's brought up more of a point between her and her husband than actually her and her kid. You know, because he's like, it's just $10. Who cares if she steals $10? Well, it's not about that. Like, that's the conversation here for me.
Yeah,
You know?
and she hasn't said how he has handled it. He just, that he thinks she's handled it badly. But I guess he probably is just going, don't worry about it. But when does it stop? Like, do you just keep them going? And I get, $10, it probably doesn't get her much.
Well, if she gets a slap on the wrist for $10, where does it go? As you mentioned, where does it go from there? So does she want to pass the wallet and go, you know what, cheeky $15 today wouldn't be.
Nothing happened last
Wouldn't be.
time.
It didn't happen last time. I wonder how far I could push it, Dad.
Fiona, I think you've done the right thing. I don't think that's unreasonable. Like, you've got to have a chat with them about what it means and the values, right? It's important to talk about values, but making her do chores and grounding her for a bit.
Yeah.
She's 11. Seems pretty reasonable.
I
don't know.
I'd love to hear the parents that would go through a situation like this, and either you were the kid that stole maybe and you can tell us the story about what your parents put you through, or you are a parent dealing with this right now and you've got maybe different ways of solving the issue. I don't know.
Yeah, well, and because we're from generations now have changed. Kids are getting a lot more money for a lot more things. They're getting like $50 for, doing a dish or so.
Yeah,
It's a lot of money.
Yep.
Jody, did you steal as a child?
I did. My stepdad had a coin jar and I took some coins out to buy a book from the book club. And my parents thought the best punishment would be to take me down to the local police station and talk to the police about what stealing will do and how it will affect your life in the future.
Did that terrify you?
Oh, it scared the bejeebus out of me.
I mean, I've got to say, though, there's some merit in stealing and using it to buy a book.
True.
Rather,
Yeah,
you could have spent it on anything, but it feels like you were just educating yourself.
Could have been the Lamington bake sale. Yeah, no.
Exactly.
I've driven one of our kids to the jail. I'm not joking, and we sat in the car park and had a good chat.
I mean, I know that sometimes works, but don't they say don't do it because they don't want they don't want kids to be scared of police.
Yeah, I know.
They want kids to be able to know that police are there to help you.
Oh, no, that's true. I'll tell them that when they're older.
I don't know. I don't have kids in the house stealing that I have to teach a lesson to.
Kelly, what do you think? Have you got advice? Have you got a story? What's the deal?
Well, I think that it's an interesting thing at the moment because 11's just entered high school. So my question would be, I've got 6 kids, so this is something I would think about. And I go, why do they need $10? Why can they not ask their parent for it? And are they being put up to it by other friends? Is it a new dare on TikTok? One of those things. I do agree that what the parents have got, the mum did is right. But for me, it would be, why do you feel the need? Because like Kymba, and I think even you said, everyone gets so much pocket money these days. Why would you need to steal $10? And especially as an 11-year-old. So, I mean, the action, yes, it's wrong. Stealing is wrong. But why does she feel the need to do it?
Good on you, Kelly, because that's a good conversation. It's the conversation, isn't it, to go, let's talk about why you did it, why you shouldn't do it, where this will lead in the future if you keep doing it.
That's such a deeper way of thinking about it. Hey, John, your daughter stole something from the shops. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, we were down the shops there and my daughter
came out of this little $2 shop, and she had a bag of marbles in her tracksuit pants.
How old's your daughter, John, at the time?
I think she was about 6 at the time.
Yep.
And my son was 8. He knew she'd done it, and he was bright red as well, because the marbles were actually rolling out of the bag, down her leg and onto the floor in the middle of the shop. So, yeah, I was embarrassed that this was actually happening. I marched her back in the shop. She gave the bag and the loose marbles back to the owner, and I just said, I will deal with this. And, I went down to the police station, talked to the desk sergeant, who was absolutely 100% behind me. And then he just put the wind right up them. And as far as I know, they've done really well for themselves. They're both managers in different food outlets. So I'm
and have not reoffended.
Yep.
Well, not that I know of.
I think it's that moment in particular. So, yeah, teachable moments, right? Really good lessons. It's important for kids. Absolutely important. Thank you for sending that in. We really appreciate that and hope that helps. If you've got a dear Kymba that you'd love to share with us, please, peteandkimba.com.au. Send it through. Big or small, we'll take them all. You can hit us on DMs, emails, phone calls, the lot.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
As you've been away for the last couple of weeks or so, as I told you earlier this morning, when I brought you that wonderful story about too many people doing some naughty things in parks.
Yes.
I've been keeping an eye on some things, and I've got a long list of things, right,
okay, yeah.
to talk to you about. Because I think a lot of people have this misconception that because we're on the radio, we're news hounds. Like, all we do is watch the news and keep abreast of things, and couldn't be further from the truth, in particular for you. Would I be correct in saying that?
Mate, the longer you work in media, the less you trust the media.
Exactly.
Right? Like, if I wasn't doing this job, I would never watch news for the rest of my life.
Yeah, exactly. So I can't imagine you watched the news while you were away.
Absolutely not.
Right, which means that you probably would have missed this one. And I've been itching to talk about this 1-1 for quite some time.
Echo.
The NSYNC twins. You didn't see the NSYNC twins while you were away?
No.
No?
Were there twins in NSYNC?
No, not NSYNC as in the band.
Oh.
All right, everybody, sit down. No, NSYNC twins. So this is Bridget and Paula Powers, right? This is a pair. They went viral. They're a pair of identical twin sisters from Queensland.
Right.
Right. Now, they didn't just go viral. They went proper viral. Like, they gained international attention just a few weeks ago, as I mentioned, because they did a viral interview where they recounted this traumatic carjacking incident involving their mother, and they spoke in just about perfect unison and revealed that that's the only way that they can do it. Whenever they're together, they can only speak in sync.
No.
All right, yeah, have a listen to this. Take a listen.
One guy, he was up there with our mum, and he went up there, and he was coming back down towards us, and he goes, "Run, he's got a gun." And our heart started to pound, and I said, "Oh, Mum, where's Mum?" And poor Mum was stuck up there, but apparently our brave Mum, she goes, "Are you all right?" Because he had all blood all over his face. And he goes, "I'll shoot you." She goes, "Hey, I'm here to help." And Mum distracted him to make him look the other way, and he looked the other way, and Mum ran into the bush behind the fence. And the guy goes to her, "I'll find you and I'll shoot you."
What? The look on your face right now is the look on, I reckon, everybody's face the first time they saw these twins.
I mean, number one, you wouldn't want to spend time with them together. If you were friends with one of them, you're like, don't bring your sister to that gig. When we go to that event, don't bring her. I mean, it'd be annoying, right? More than anything. But it does sound like there's a dominant sister.
Yes, it does.
And that the other one is just not thinking for herself.
The one on the left. Right,
oh, okay, I haven't said that.
But however, because they're always on the same side, you can tell which one's which, right? Just a little bit.
All right.
And it was a horrifying story because somebody actually died. But
I barely followed the story because I was too busy listening to how unusual that was.
And it got picked up not just across Australia, but it went global. So these twins since then, they've been on Piers Morgan.
Great.
They've been on...
Because if they're not telling a story that they know how it goes...
Yes, yeah.
Do they sound the same?
No, they did. They still did. Because a lot of these other interviews, they were on Jimmy Kimmel as well in the US. A lot of these other interviews spoke to them about being these twins and not about the story that they made it to the news for, but about being the twins and talking at the same time and all that sort of stuff. So a lot of the responses were quite off the cuff, and they were still doing it, right?
Wow.
This was them on Good Morning Britain, right? And talking about them trying to talk separately and stuff like that. Have a listen.
People watching can't believe it when they see the way that you speak together.
Yeah, like we know that we annoy a lot of people out there, but we tell people if they don't like listening to us, just switch off the TV, because we have tried to talk separately. And it's very hard to us. Yeah, we're not ourselves.
I mean, it's sweet.
Is it?
But there's totally one sister that could talk on her own.
You reckon?
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe we get them on. Maybe we get them on.
There's one sister that can talk on her own. You can hear it.
It'd be the one on the left. It's the one on the left who's the dominant sister you're talking about. Do you want to give it a try?
This is a drama game. When I was a drama teacher, we used to get kids to do this, to try and talk at the same time as like an exercise.
Do you want to try? Well, let's try it.
You and I did it this morning. You and I,
we did.
in
We
perfect
both
unison, said the same sentence. It was really great.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
Kymba is back.
Life can be so unpredictable, especially when that's the aim of this game. So we're asking, what happens next?
I love this.
Me too.
Haven't played this in ages. In fact, well, it's not even a game really, but last time we did this, we looked like terrible people.
Yeah.
Because there was this story that rolled out. We were laughing, thinking it was hilarious, and then it took a really horrible turn, and we felt like bad people.
Yeah, but now just a disclaimer over that. We're not the ones who find the stories, you and I.
No, we don't know anything about it.
It's our sadistic producers.
And that is why producer Brooke has specifically written on our computers right now, trigger warning for this.
Thank you thank you. Thanks for
trigger for who? Is it a little ears warning? Is it like kids or just anyone who's triggered by anything in general?
In general, Brooke, or what?
Let's just go along for the ride. Just be ready to be potentially triggered.
It sounds like it's in general.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to play the first part of the story. Mm-hmm. Right? You'll hear the bit of audio. You and I have a chat about what might happen next, and then we find out.
Okay.
All right. Let's go.
A couple stayed at a cheap motel during a road trip. The room smelled foul, but they were tired and went to sleep. After 2 days, unable to stand the stench, they complained. What happened next?
Okay.
So what happened next?
I want to just say that a previous guest left fish heads in the air conditioning duct, but knowing our producers, I'm worried there's a corpse under the bed.
Yeah.
Are you?
Previous guest.
Are you worried?
Left a guest in the air conditioning duct.
No.
Okay, 100%. That's exactly where I'm going.
Please don't be, though.
Oh, let's find out what happened next.
The staff checked and discovered a rotting corpse hidden in the box spring under the bed.
No!
They had slept over it for 2 nights.
Oh, my God. They slept over it for 2 nights.
I really wanted to be wrong.
Isn't that wild that they slept over it for 2 nights? If you're in that situation and you smelt something bad, would you stay in the room?
No.
2
Well, they
nights.
did say it was a cheap motel.
Yeah, but...
I mean, people start to sort of go, well, what have we paid for this? Do we have reasonable grounds to say we need to move to another room, or we just expect it to be like that? We're lucky we haven't got bed bugs.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. All right, we've got another one here. Dare we find out how this begins? Let's have a listen.
A babysitter put the kids to bed and settled in for the night. She noticed the family had a large clown statue in the corner of the living room. Creepy, but she tried to ignore it. What happened next?
I'm going to say flat out that the clown statue was actually someone. Like that.
The dad?
No, well, maybe. I don't know who. Just creepy, like it was real. Like it was a real clown.
I'm going to go with a camera. I'm going to say a camera inside the clown.
Okay, let's have a listen to what happened next.
After an hour, she called the parents and asked if she could cover it with a blanket because it was giving her chills. The parents replied, "We don't have a clown statue." She grabbed the kids and ran.
No!
Oh my God! I immediately got goosebumps. Wow!
Over an hour?
Oh.
Oh, no.
There is another piece of audio here. Because
I don't think I can bear this. Like, what lives are people living out there?
Because my natural thing is like, you've grabbed the kids. They've said, no, we don't have a clown statue. So, like, we haven't got enough info yet here. There is one more piece of audio to this story. Let's have a listen to what happened next.
The statue was a man in full clown makeup who had broken in earlier and had been silently watching her.
Oh, I told you. It was real. It was a real clown.
I'm just...
I love this stuff so much.
I mean, I do too. I'm not going to lie.
Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins. 6 to 9 weekdays.
Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins are off to spoil Mum this Mother's Day with a huge range of big brand fragrances at the lowest prices at Chemist Warehouse. Shop in store or online now.